This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Thanks for joining us here today in La Quinta, California. Beautiful spot. We're at the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Par 72, every inch of this golf course is going to extract the best out of your game, because if you don't play your best, you will struggle. Anything in the 60s, something to be proud of.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3-wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try.
Frank, you've just hit one out of bounds. What's the way to approach this next shot?
Try and get the steam out of your ears for a start.
So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB. Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
This looks like it's going to find the target. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This one was just a nightmare from the start, and now he has this for triple bogey. Bit of a struggle early on at 3 over. Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards, but challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, is a player thinking birdie here on this approach shot at the second hole?
Anything with the scoring club here, as long as you can get the distance right and get into the right section, it's very much a birdie hole. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Starting to climb back at +2. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
Well, the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat. I tell you, there's long and long, and that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That is a solid par putt. Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to hit you one way or the other.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Birdie try up next. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Makes it and moves to 1 over. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. Will you break down shots or break down a hole? How would you break down this hole? in a very smart way.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That is a really good shot, landing close to the flagstick. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Headed for a handful right now. 4 birdies on the day. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is for everybody else. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8. Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So close. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. Just like that, now at 2 under. Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
Yeah, you could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Second shot, good look at the green. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, he is taking it deep right now. This would be a 5th straight birdie.
A handful. He's more than a handful.
Starting to feel it now. 2 straight birdies and 3 under for the round. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick. Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th. That will be a great look at birdie.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. So, dropped the shot after ending up with the water on that recent miscue. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the 4th shot. So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
Couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter. It requires a better shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, what's the right play here? Second to the short 12th.
Short flags, obviously got to keep it on that front section. When you've got a back flag, you've got to get it over that little faint ridge that's in the middle of the screen. Got to go past that. This is pretty good, Rich. Maybe just a touch right.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Locked in on the read and the speed. Takes care of business, 5 under par. Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Now a 7-footer. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options, really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300-yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14. Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Now to the par 4, 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. It requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
Number 1 goal accomplished, Frank. He is out, and he is headed for the green.
It didn't appear like too bad a strike either.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Long putt here. This will require a good touch.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. He's hit the green here at the 16th, but he's not yet hit this putt. It is a long one, about 30 feet away, and it'll test him. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Moves to -8. Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
It really did.
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place, but a chance to go in.
That was not a very good read right there. Par attempt here.
just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. Because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You're allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Count it. That's a birdie. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.